An ex-coworker kind of sort of tricked me into a date. I was at a division of a company for a short time that went belly up, and we all got laid off, which included Betty, a secretary to one of the big executives. Betty was nice but awkward. She was about 10 to 15 years older than me and was a Jehovah's Witness. She loved talking about comic book movies, so I was friendly and chatted with her about them from time to time. She was also pretty obviously flirty, like she loved to touch my arm and just her general mannerisms when she talked to me, but I brushed it off. Aside from being coworkers, who I at least never flirt with, she was super religious while I wasn't at all, which I implied, and there was the age gap. I also wasn't attracted to her myself, so I'm sure I never subconsciously sent any signals her way. When we all got laid off, Betty's boss actually stayed but used this mass layoff as a way of getting rid of her, again, because she was pretty awkward. A month or two after the layoff, Betty had been messaging me, mainly asking about how my job search was going. She asked if I wanted to go to lunch with her, and I was like, sure, because I had nothing better to do. She lived 2 towns over and picked out a restaurant in her town. The buses where I live don't go many places conveniently, but it just so happened that one went right from the street that I live to the restaurant, so I took it. I got to the restaurant, wearing something like jeans, sneakers, and an unbuttoned flannel with a t-shirt. And Betty showed up wearing an evening dress. We got into the place, and she had made a reservation. I look around, and holy crap. This is like a super high-end steakhouse, dim lighting and all. I was oblivious in the moment, but I later realized just how much of a date spot this was. Our lunch conversation was very basic, with no romantic implications, but Betty kept leaning in and touching my arm, which was becoming a little awkward. She offered to pay for the pretty pricey meal as well, but threw down some cash after she put her card on the tray. We went outside to the parking lot after, and that's where it hit me just how out of place her wearing an evening dress really was. Plus, she had on more makeup than I've ever seen her wear at the office. I let her know I took the bus, and she immediately said, "What? You didn't drive? Let me drive you home." Which would have taken about 20 minutes, away from where she lived about a mile away from the restaurant. I said, "No, it's okay. The bus should be coming in 20 minutes, and I'll kill some time," and she offered to bring me back to her place to wait. That's where it really hit me. I smiled and just kept insisting I'd wait at the bus stop. She contacted me a few more times, but I only replied intermittently. I was always busy. At first, I'd wonder why me, someone so much younger and someone who shared none of the religious values she had, but I realized that she was just probably really lonely. My casual conversations with her in the office and afterward were all surface-level stuff, but maybe to her, that was more than she had had in a really long time.